Alright, we'll see how this goes. So I just won this game from Moe Gamer. I think it's Moe Gamer is the name of the company. Moe Novel. We'll see how it runs. My computer isn't the best, so... Alright, let's hop in there. It's true, I grew up in the middle of a totally unremarkable commuter town. Where are you from? When people ask me that, it's the ocean that springs to mind. Even now, I can see that endless blue expanse, stretching out as far as the eye can see. My mind is right there, in those beautiful, clear waves. Yeah, my computer's gonna run this a little not great. Somewhere near the bottom. Even down here, light from the surface still reaches here. The sparkling rays of the sun illuminate the otherworldly scenery. So quiet, so peaceful. Fishy. Even as the fish swim by, it feels like I'm drifting through the sky. But then, I start swimming after her. Wait up, Chisa! As I struggle to keep up, Chisa turns to me. Hurry up, or I'll leave you behind. She says that while making a teasing gesture. I don't know if I'll keep that her voice. I can't help but wonder how she swims like that. It's like watching a sea creature in the wild. She's so at home in the water. I've never been a great swimmer myself, so I can only try to keep up. So why would I even consider the bottom of the sea as my home too? To be honest, I don't really get it. I guess my memories of the sea are just much more vivid than anything on land. I'll probably never experience anything like it in my life again. There's something my grandpa always used to say. Life is adventure. It was that attitude that suddenly took him away to a tropical island. My grandpa really loved the ocean. Oh. Life is adventure. As I watched the bubbles float away from me, I noticed the sun's rays filtered down through the water. The ocean floor looks pretty, but that beauty has a cruel edge to it. Humans didn't evolve to survive in that kind of environment. Maybe that's why it's easy to feel lonely when you're at the bottom. Just what would happen if I were left down here all alone? Come on, let's get moving. Lucky for me, I'm not alone. I have a buddy. The girl tugging insistently on my arm. Even years after journeying through that deep blue, I can still remember how her touch always kept me calm. That might explain why. Why when I see the ocean, I feel like I've come home. It was that moment, just before dawn, where the sky gradually lightens. The ship was cutting through the gentle waves, sailing further into the Pacific. Unable to sleep, I left my second-class cabin and its rock-hard mattress behind to take a walk. Sure is nice and cool this time of day. The smell of the salty air brought back all kinds of memories of summers past. But it'd be another 6 hours until the boat arrived at the island. 6 hours wasn't a lot compared to the 4 years I'd been away, but with nothing to do, I was really bored. Feeling restless, I went up on deck. Huh? Someone else is here. I didn't think I'd run into any other passengers at this hour. Who'd he run into? Oh. Blondie. But over by the deck railing was a girl looking out toward the horizon. The sea breeze was blowing around her hair. Her hair was a pale blonde, but it looked natural from what I could see of her face. But it looked natural. From what I could see of her face, she didn't look Japanese. She was really pretty. Kirei. A beautiful girl, silhouetted against all the colors of the pre-dawn sky. It was like something out of a movie. The only thing that felt out of place were her clothes. Why the school uniform? Those sailor-style uniforms were common in the city, and she looked about my age, so she was probably in high school. Could she be a foreign exchange student? All the way out here? I just couldn't figure it out. Is there a, Oh, sorry guys. The girl finally seemed to notice me. So, there's no menu. There's a quick save, a load, and a save. A return to the previous option, and a quit. I wanted to turn up the sounds, if there's a way to do that. Config. Voices. The BGM's probably fine. We don't need system noises. It's just for menu. Yeah, we don't need that. Voice playback BGM volume allows you to lower background music during playback of character voices. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, hello. She ignored me and she turned away. Maybe I should have just left her alone. Ah, maybe you can't understand me. Should I try another language? I don't know how to say good morning, though. Why don't you just say Ohio? Why don't you just say good morning? The girl said it in flawless Japanese. I may not look it, but I'm half Japanese. I am Japanese, you know. Well, half Japanese. She said it irritated. And now the BGM's too low. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm good with that. She sounded irritated. It must be annoying when someone assumes you don't speak their language just because of your appearance. I guess that was rude of me. Komenosai, I'm sorry. It's fine. She went back to gazing out across the water, her expression still a little sad. The boat we were on was a ferry service. It was taking us to Ogasawara Islands from Tokyo, but it would take another 24 hours. So they're going to the Ogasawara Islands from Tokyo. World Heritage Site Islands in the Pacific Ocean. 1,000 kilometers southeast of Tokyo. In over 30 islands, only Chichijima and Hahajima are populated, with Chichijima being the transport link between the mainland and Ogasawaras. Wildlife has evolved to be unique, but many creatures are endangered due to land development. The seasons vary little, and almost no change. There's almost no change between summer and winter. The passengers were mostly tourists, people traveling for pleasure. I guess that included me too. So only 2 of the 30 islands are actually populated, so it's a lot of wildlife. This girl was different. She didn't look like she was here for fun. What brings you to Ogasawara? I guess she doesn't want to talk. But I'm nothing if not persistent. I'm going there to visit my grandma. It's been 4 years since I saw her last. I can barely hear her. Like, I know she's not talking that loud, but still. Some characters can be selected as a dedicated system voice. When selected, the character's voice, as selected below, will play back when confirmation messages are displayed. What? A random character voice will play when confirmation messages are displayed. Oh, they got the names of the characters. I'm not gonna look at them too closely. I want to meet them, so... Set whether or not audio panning reflects the on-screen position of characters. When set to off, playback is centered regardless of character position. What do you guys think? Like, I can barely hear her when it's centered in my right ear. I don't know how it's gonna sound. I mean, later on I might want to mess with that, but for now, I'm gonna keep that off. Might as well save. So what did he ask her? I'm going there to visit my grandma. It's been 4 years since I last saw her. We could still kind of barely hear her. Still no response. So have you ever been diving? Scuba diving, I mean. You know, with the tanks and stuff. You should give it a try. There are places around here you can go, even if you're not licensed. The atmosphere just seems to get more awkward the more I spoke. Just as I was starting to regret saying anything in the first place, I finally got a response. I hate the ocean. Then why did you come here? I blurted out without thinking. If you didn't like the ocean, then Ogasawara was not the place for you. The blonde girl fell silent again, deep in thought. As if on cue, a sudden noise rang out, snapping her out of her reverie. The girl took her ringing smartphone out of her pocket and she glared at the screen. Why don't you leave me alone already? With one last disgusted look at the device that dared to disrupt her quiet thoughts, she raised her hand above her head and slammed it down. Hey! I think that's Johto. And her phone flew from her hand out into the sea. The piercing ringtone became more and more distant before it vanished completely. What do you think you're doing? It's fine. I don't need it anymore. That's not the point. The ocean's not your trash can. She probably wasn't expecting me to call her out on littering. Think about the damage to the environment. Oh, I'm sorry. Aw, man, now we're too far out to get it back. I leant over the handrail as far as I could, but there's no chance of us getting her phone back. After an uncomfortable silence, she grumbled a complaint. That's why I hate the ocean anyway. I guess she just needed to let off some steam. You know... Okay. You know, ocean is pretty much all there is in Ogasawara. What's she doing on this boat if she doesn't like the sea? A gust of wind blew toward us. Brushing her long, blonde hair out of her face, the girl spoke again. There's something I need to get back. Something precious that sank into the ocean years ago. After that, she said no more. She just stared out at the sky as dawn turned into day. I could tell she wanted to be alone, so I decided to head back to my cabin. Before leaving the deck, I took one last look at this enigmatic girl. A journey to get something back. Something precious lost at sea. It sounded like a silly reason for a trip, but there was something in her expression that told me she was dead serious. Even as I walked back to my cabin, I couldn't wipe that girl's serious face from my mind. Adventure of a lifetime. Sora to umi ga hureo kanata. I probably butchered that. I wonder if there's any scenes you can hold on and you can just hear those ocean sounds over and over again. Could be something good to fall asleep to. Alright. Oh, sorry. It was 11:34. After a quiet voyage, the ferry docked in Futami Port on Chichijima, the transport hub of Ogasawara. Alright, finally here. I stepped off the boat, glad to have my feet on solid ground again. So Chichijima, part of the Chichijima archipelago, the second largest island on the Ogasawaras, and along with Anjima and Otojima, along with Anjima and Ototojima, they make the Chichijima archipelago. Iwo Jima is the largest. However, it's 300 kilometers away. These deep ocean islands have never been connected to the continent, and as a result have an abundance of unique native species. So Iwo Jima is part of the Ogasawaras. Okay. I stepped off the boat, glad to have my feet on solid ground again. The port was packed with tourists just arriving, and locals coming to welcome them. The Futami Port, a westward port located on the north of Chichijima that connects Ogasawara and the mainland. It also serves as a shelter from storms for nearby ships. It only sees one liner a week, 2 in a busy season. I'm gonna have to unpack all this info later, I know. So the port was packed with tourists just arriving and locals coming to welcome them. I glanced over the crowd of people, standing with what looked like hotel signs in their hands. Someone was supposed to be meeting me here. I feel like I'm competing with the music. I'm not gonna mute it, but... Okay. Someone was supposed to be meeting me here. A no-show, huh? Oh well. It's not like this was my first time here. I already know where to go. As I was walking down a familiar road, the crowd of people came forward to question the ferry's passengers. From what I could make out, they were looking for someone, and not just to take them to their hotel. I wonder what's going on. It was none of my business, really, or so I thought. That's when I caught sight of a girl hiding in the shadows, doing her best to sneak away unnoticed. What? What are you running from? So she's running from whoever this is. Hey, aren't you? It was the girl in the sailor uniform I'd seen on the deck early this morning. Be quiet.
Oh, そこの君.
Hello? Hey, you there. One older man fought through the crowd and made his way toward us. The blonde girl flinched behind me, reflexively.
マチコさんとこのヒロ君かい?
Aren't you Machiko's grandson, Hiro? Oh, so he's talking to me. Huh? Oh yeah. Hi, how are you? I used to see this guy around all the time, back when I visited the island more often.
やっぱり大きくなったな.
I thought it was you. Oh, gosh, you've really grown. It's good to see you again. What's going on here?
ちょっと人探しを頼まれててね。金髪のハーフの女の子見なかったかい?
We've been asked to find a missing person. I don't suppose you've seen a young girl with blonde hair around, have you? Well... She's actually right behind me. But I couldn't bring myself to rat her out. At this rate, they'd find her soon enough anyway.
お、ヒロ君、その子は...
Huh? Oh, who's that you got behind you, Hiro? And just like that, she was caught. Aww. Oh, her? This is, you see.
お兄ちゃん。
What's the matter, big brother? Huh?
お兄ちゃん。
I said, is something wrong, big brother? Oh, right, of course. This is my younger sister. Sure is nice weather today, huh?
そうね、お兄ちゃん。
Yeah, sure is, big bro. Our eyes and hair are completely different colors. We didn't look the least bit alike.
ヒロ君、妹さんなんかいたっけ?
Oh, I never knew you had a sister. Yeah, well, this is the first time I brought her to Ogasawara. She was looking forward to summer vacation so much, she even dyed her hair. What a brat, huh? The man's eyes were boring into me now. Well, we better get going. Lots to do today. Come on, sis.
お兄ちゃん。
Right, bro. Oni-chan. I grabbed her hand and led her away as fast as I could, without looking suspicious. Alright, I think that's a good little scene ender. So, we'll find out what happens to them next episode. See ya.